Hello yogis and welcome to my channel. My name is Ksenia and today I will guide you through the Vinyasa Power Flow. This practice is from the series Rise and Energize on my channel, and we do it when we want really nice combination of power, a stretch and balancing positions. Stay with me today. If you working about your eagle pose, we will do some transition into this pose. We will open up our shoulders. We will work about eagle arms today, but of course entire body will be engaged. It's really nice practice for the evening or morning. Up to you. You don't need any props today, and let's just jump into the practice. And we are starting today from the child position. Up to you. If you like wide leg child position, you can open knees on the sides and bring yourself, close your toes and bring your sitting bones as low as you can to your heels. If you prefer classical balasana, you're closing the knees just straight ahead, and from here, from the heart, we are moving all the way down, lengthening our arms and hands above the head. And a couple of deep breaths here. Start to bring yourself on your mat, mentally and physically. Taking this time and space only for yourself. You can do a couple of deep, nice breaths more. Lengthening your spine, so try maybe to crawl a little bit with the fingers. And then we will change direction, so you start to walk with the hands on the left side, still keeping your sitting bones grounded, so you want just to curve your body, curve your torso, but hips staying in the same alignment. Feeling the side stretch. And a couple of breaths here. And then you start to walk to the center line and continue walking on the right side, finding your level. For the side stretch here. Deep breath. It's good pose to set the intention for your practice. If you do it in the morning, maybe to set the intention for the day ahead. And then we are walking back to the middle line and we'll continue into the kneeling pose. So I will ask you to tug your toes and to bring your sitting bones on your heels. If it will be intensive in a while, you will just open your feet and then you will be coming back when you feel that you want to continue the stretch. So ground yourself here. Open your back, so feel your spine straight, and then we are moving with the arms into the eagle arms. So I will ask you to hug yourself here. Any grab is good. If you cannot do full wrap, you will just close the hands on the way. The first step always to cross the elbows, to bring them above each other, maybe moving deeper. And check your shoulders. If you feel that you start to crush down your shoulders, you squeeze the space between the shoulder blades and especially rolling your shoulders back, straightening your spine, keeping this space between your shoulder blades engaged. And then lifting up your elbows high, maybe somewhere on the level of your face. Check the space between your shoulder blades. Feel the difference when you do this stretch in this mode. And then softly bring your elbows down on the level of your chest and maybe opening your hands in front of you. It might be intensive, so up to you. You can just stay where you are, initial first position. And then softly relieving the pose, opening your arms, hands. You can do a couple of rotations here. And then we are changing this side. So again, bring in elbows in one line. Check yourself, how do you feel here? Again, if you feel that you start to crush down your shoulders, you squeeze the space, roll the shoulders, engage the top of your back. And a couple of breaths here. Then lifting up your elbows again, high, high. And smoothly coming back, opening your hands in front of you. And soft relief. Let's hug ourselves here. So you want to do deep hug. Try to reach with the hands space again on the zone of your shoulder blades. Maybe you can grab them. Again, open your shoulders here. And maybe some love to yourself from your heart zone. And then relieving. And we are going to do the same hug, but bring another elbow above. Again, maybe crawling deeper till your shoulder blades. Softly relieving. And from the tabletop position, moving into the Pipi Pose. So fix your hips on the line of the knee, lengthening your arms, hands, and from the heart melting down. Opening our shoulders after eagle pose to change direction of the stretch. And deep breath here. Grounding yourself. And then you relieve the Pipi Pose, just bring yourself deeper with the belly, all the way down. And now you're in the Sphinx pose. So check your forearms, the base, give some base in your hands, not only on the level of your elbows. Roll the shoulders, open your chest, open your shoulders, relax the face here. Pressing down through the pubic bone, low part of the belly. Opening your back. At the same time, you're lengthening your spine, opening neck zone and top of your head to the sky. And then change direction of your right arm, so forearm direction with the fingers on the left side. And you want to grab your left foot. Moving into the quad stretch, you start to bring your left heel as low as you can to the ground. So pressing down, holding, breathing. It's really nice if your elbow will look to the sky. So direction of your arm, you always open it more to the sky. Softly relieving the leg, don't drop it, and change direction. So your left forearm, the base, and you're grabbing your right foot. Bringing your heel down, opening right elbow to the sky. Feeling the shoulder stretch, quad stretch. Still keep your pubic bone and low part of the belly grounded. Pressing down. Good job. Relief and hands on the level of your chest, tuck the toes, bring yourself into the plank position. Check yourself, really good diagonal line, so you're not dropping your hips down, you're not curving your lower part of the back, you're not lifting up. Really straight line from your head to the shoulders, to the hips, and down to your heels. Belly in. Couple of breaths. And then change direction on the right side plank. So you turn your right hand fingers on the left side and pressing away from the ground. You want to lift up your hips as high as you can. For a little challenge, maybe opening your left arm and lifting up left leg in the air. Smiling or not, and then coming back to the center line. Catch the breath here. Prepare yourself mentally for the next side, and when you feel ready, turn yourself into the side plank on the left side. And the same approach, maybe staying how you are, pressing away with the hips, maybe lifting up your right leg in the air. Good. Coming back to the middle plank and lifting up hips, moving into the first down doggy here. Walk and move, bringing your heels up and down. Checking and asking yourself, how do you feel? Maybe scanning your body here. Checking your ankles and hamstrings. And if you want to emphasize and to give some deeper stretch for your ankles, you can press down from the right heel first a little bit longer, then left heel also a little bit longer. And then spread your feet on the sides of the mat and pressing down through the heels, you start to hold down facing dog position. I remind you that if this pose is challenging for you, you always bend the knees and keep focus on your straight line of the arms and back. And only if you feel like you start to straight your knee space. Deep breath. Good. Bring your feet on the same line of your hips. So come back more to the middle line. Lift up your right leg in the air. Stay here for a moment, still not curving your hips on the sides, so you keep this straight alignment. Then softly bending the knee, and through the high plank you move into the pigeon pose. So you bring yourself softly on your wrist, and then bringing your right knee to the right wrist, flex the foot on the side and crawl and move with the left leg, lengthening yourself, bringing your right hip as low as you can, staying in pigeon position. Up to you. If you feel to lengthen your spine here, you can do a nice inhale, looking at the ceiling for a moment here, staying, and then an exhalation from the belly, chest moving lower, any level that feels okay for you, and staying for the stretch here. We want to open up our hips before we will jump into the eagle pose. Good. Now don't change alignment of your hips and legs. You're straight. Give some base in your arms, straightening them. Leave your right hand grounded and you want to grab your left foot. So principally, modification of mermaid pose, the first modification, feeling the quad stretch. Up to you. If you feel like to go deeper with the stretch, you can bring your heel closer to the buttocks or not. And then without any drop and moves, you softly relieve. Bring hands in front of you, tag the back foot. Bring yourself into the plank position, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, baby, or high cobra. Exhale, relieving, tag the toes. And down facing dog position. 5, 6 deep breaths. Now lifting up your left leg in the air, holding a bit. Then softly bending the knee and again smooth move, slow move, rotation on your wrist, still keeping your weight, engagement of your core muscles, and then bringing your left knee to the left wrist, flex your foot on the side, crawl and move back. Maybe lengthen your spine here on inhale, opening shoulders, chest. And exhale from the hip, belly, chest, lower. For the stretch in pigeon position. Relax your hips. And move into our quad stretch. You don't change the hip alignment, just giving some base in your hands, leaving your left hand grounded, bending your right knee, grab the foot, and staying in any modification here. Relax your hips still. When your quads are ready, maybe moving deeper with the heel closer to the buttocks, pressing and holding here a little bit more. Good job. Relieve. Give some base in the hands. Tag the back foot. Step back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Little high cobra. Exhale, relief, tag the toes, and just for alignment down facing dog position. Couple of breaths here. And then lifting up right leg in the air, bending the knee, stepping forward into the high lunge. So between your hands, your foot, check yourself, front knee 90 degrees, not overloading to the front. When you feel secure and stable, touch the ground, open yourself to the sky with the arms. And high lunge can be really low position. Keep eye on your back knee, so you don't want to bend it. You want to keep maximum your back leg engaged, straight. Spine is straight. Couple of breaths. And now we move to the eagle pose. So prepare your arms and then shift the weight more on the front hip. And when you feel ready, you lift up your buttocks, kicking away and creating the space under your knee. Still holding here, doing the rub with the legs and staying in eagle pose. And now we start to open ourselves to the warrior three. So you open your leg, lengthen it back, and up to you. If you feel that you can still hold eagle arms, you're staying here with the eagle arms. Finding yourself. If it's too much, you're opening hands in namaste position and in front of your heart. And then controlling the move, you do the step back and bringing yourself into the warrior two. Couple of breaths. And then big circle with the arms, hands down, stepping back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, little high cobra. Exhale, relief, tuck the toes, down facing dog position, couple of breaths. Prepare yourself mentally for the left side, the same sequence. So when you feel ready, you start to lift up your left leg in the air, hold a bit, and then bending the knee, moving into the high lunge, left foot between the hands. Find yourself here, stability, safe zone for your front knee, touch the ground, open yourself to the sky. Then change your up for the eagle arms. And again, when you feel ready, you start to bring the weight a little bit on the front, at the same time lifting up your hips, kicking away, pressing away with your back foot, and moving into the eagle pose. Don't crush down your shoulders. And move into warrior three, lengthening your leg back. If it's too shaky, opening hands in front of the heart. And then bending the knee, moving into the warrior two. So you ground yourself. Open arms, hands on one line with the shoulders. Big circle with the arms, hands down. Step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, little high cobra. Exhale, relief. Tuck the toes. And this time 5 deep breaths in down doggy. And then start to walk with the hands to your feet. So walking, walking, walking. For a moment staying here and folding down in dangling pose. Let your back to hand down. Maybe do some rotations in your neck zone. And then opening your feet on the sides. Create some space and bring yourself into Malasana squat. So sitting bones as low as you can, blocking yourself from the inner side with the elbows on the level of your knees. Staying holding. I remind you that in Malasana squat you want to lengthen your spine to the sky. And then relieve the pose. Ground yourself on your sitting bones, moving into the butterfly position. Feet closer to the body. From the hip, belly, chest, you bring yourself a bit to the front. And this time, lengthen your spine and reaching out with the arms, hands like crawling a little bit in front of you. Staying in this modification, holding, breathing. Up to you if you feel like your forehead moving lower. A little bit more in dynamic mode, butterfly position. And then relieving, bringing feet further from the body. And again, move from the hip, belly, chest, lower forehead to your feet or somewhere on the way. Staying, holding. Coming back, lengthening the legs, and with the back, laying on the mat. When you feel that you keep your back nicely in one line, shoulders open, you start to bring your legs into the plow pose. So when you feel ready, you start to lengthen the legs and moving above the head, helping with the hands, pressing away, and up to you. If you need support on the zone of your low part of the back, you support it here. If you can move with the feet further behind your head, you reach the ground, holding the stretch. Maybe you will be somewhere on the way, maybe parallel to the ground. So any real level. And then bend the knees. This time really softly, but with bending knees you start to come and back. Rolling all the way down. When you feel that your feet grounded, you start to lift up your hips in the air, pressing away, pushing away, staying in semi-bridge position. So first modification of the bridge pose. Opening shoulders, chest more higher, pressing away with the hips higher. Breathing deeply, so you want to see how your belly moving up and down here. And maybe if you feel like you, with the shoulders, you will interlock your hands, opening shoulders and chest even more, and pressing away with the hips even higher. And a couple of breaths here. Good job. Relief. Knees to the chest. Press down. Couple of moments here, and then we move to the happy baby position. So if you collect unnecessary pressure in the low part of the back, this pose will help. So you grab your big toes or your feet outside and open the knees and hips outside of the middle line, holding this soft hip opening. And such a nice pose to relieve any tension in the low part of the back. Up to you. If you're still working about the stretch, you can press down through the hands, through your feet, bring your knees as low as you can to the ground, or maybe just rocking from side to side, We're already relaxing before Shavasana, preparing ourselves to slow down. And then a couple of moments here in the air with straight legs, reclined, folding down. Relax your shoulders, drop them down, relax your face. If you feel that it's intensive, again, always grab on the zone of the ankle. You can bend a little bit the knees. And then bending the knees and moving into Shavasana. Opening your body in any comfortable position for you. Maybe completely open pose, maybe your knees open on the sides. Relax your face. Relax entire body. You did such a great job for yourself. Always nice moment before you will melt down in Shavasana to send some love to yourself. And softly awaken, and you start to move with your fingers and toes. You can always do great stretch above the head with the arms, hands. Lengthen your spine. Any moves to wake you up. And maybe rolling on any comfortable side for you, or simply bending the knees. Bring yourself to the sitting position to close the session. And bring our hands in front of the heart for clean, loving intentions. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for doing this Vinyasa class with me. If you are curious about Garudasana pose, I have a deep tutorial about this pose on my channel. Please check it. And if you like the class, I always appreciate your likes and comments. It gives me a sense what you like, what you do with me. And it's just really nice feedback to read, always make me smile. So thank you for joining and have a nice day.